What if I told you that the man, whose name is forever linked to the most infamous killing machine in history, was actually a gentle soul who hated violence? What if I told you that he invented the guillotine not to kill more efficiently, but to make death more humane? And what if I told you that he spent the rest of his life trying to distance himself from his own invention, haunted by the monster he accidentally created? Let me take you back to 1789, before the Reign of Terror, before the blood ran through the streets of Paris, before Dr. Guillotin's name became a curse, before the guillotine. Execution in France was a nightmare. If you were a noble, you might be beheaded by a sword, but swords were blunt. Executioners were often drunk or incompetent. A single blow rarely killed. Victims suffered. They screamed. They bled. If you were a commoner, you faced hanging, a slow death by strangulation that could take minutes. Or worse, you could be broken on the wheel, burned at the stake, or drawn and quartered. Dr. Guillotine had seen enough. On December 1st, 1789, Dr. Guillotine stood before the National Assembly and delivered a speech that would echo through history. He proposed 6 articles. The most important, that all executions, regardless of the criminals, should be carried out by decapitation, and that decapitation should be performed by a machine designed to cause instantaneous, painless death. Here is what most history books do not tell you. Dr. Guillotine did not invent the guillotine. Similar devices had existed in Germany, Italy, and Scotland for centuries. But Guillotine championed it. He lobbied for it. He believed that mercy was the highest form of justice. He wanted to end suffering. Instead, he created an addiction to death. The machine was built by a German harpsichord maker named Tobias Schmidt. The angled blade, based on a design by a French doctor named Antoine Louis, fell straight and true. It was efficient. It was clean. It was, by the standards of the time, merciful. The new device was first called the Louis XVI, after Dr. Louis, but newspapers quickly dubbed it the guillotine. Dr. Guillotine was horrified. He begged them to stop using his name. They refused. The first execution by guillotine took place on April 25, 1792. The victim was a highwayman named Nicholas Pelletier. The crowd expected a spectacle. They got a thwack and a thud. No screaming, no suffering, no drama. They did not cheer, they booed. Here is the question that guillotine could not answer. What happens when mercy becomes boring? The French Revolution escalated. The king was arrested, the monarchy fell, and the guillotine moved from the outskirts of Paris to the center of the city. The Place de la Revolution, now the Place de la Concorde. The machine was redesigned, faster, taller, more efficient. The blade was weighted. The mechanism was improved. In 1792, the guillotine killed 76 people. In 1793, it killed 847. In 1794, the year of the terror, it killed over 2,000. Dr. Guillotine watched in horror as his invention became the symbol of revolutionary madness. Dr. Guillotine did not execute the king. He had resigned from politics years earlier, but his invention did. On January 21, 1793, Louis XVI mounted the scaffold. He tried to speak to the crowd. Drums drowned out his voice. The blade fell. A king died. A machine was baptized in royal blood. But the revolution was not satisfied with one king. 9 months later, Marie Antoinette, the despised queen, the Austrian whore, was brought to the same scaffold. Her hair had turned white overnight. Her hands were tied behind her back. She stepped onto the platform. Here is what history books do not tell you. Marie Antoinette was executed by the son of the man who had executed her husband. The Sanson family were the official executioners of Paris. Charles Henry Sanson had executed Louis XVI. His son, Henry, executed Marie Antoinette. 2 kings, 1 family, 1 machine. And Dr. Guillotine He was now a prisoner in his own home, not literally, but spiritually. He could not walk down the street without hearing his name screamed as a curse or a joke. He could not eat without imagining the blade falling. He could not sleep. He had wanted to stop suffering. He had invented a machine that made killing popular. Dr. Guillotine spent the rest of his life trying to escape his own name. He petitioned the government to change the name of the machine. They refused. He begged newspapers to stop calling it the guillotine. They laughed. He tried to have his name removed from all official documents related to the device. The bureaucracy ignored him. The people of France did not care about his regret. They loved the guillotine. During the Reign of Terror, the guillotine was not just a tool of justice, it was a public obsession. Women knitted while they washed. Children played games guessing whose head would fall next. Newspapers printed execution schedules like theater listings. The more the machine killed, the more the crowd demanded. Dr. Guillotine had wanted to make death quick. Instead, he made it addictive. He tried to return to medicine. He opened a clinic. He treated the poor for free. He worked tirelessly to help the sick. But no one called him Dr. Guillotine. They called him Monsieur Guillotine. A name he never wanted, a legacy he never chose. Maximilien Robespierre, the man who sent thousands to the guillotine, was himself executed on July 28, 1794. The Reign of Terror ended, but the guillotine did not. It would continue to kill for decades through the French Revolution, through Napoleon's rise, through the 19th century. The last execution by guillotine in France took place in 1977, nearly 200 years after Dr. Guillotine proposed his merciful machine. Dr. Joseph-Ignace Guillotin died in 1806, was 67 years old. He never fully escaped the shadow of his invention. He lived long enough to see his name become a verb, to guillotine, a word that meant slaughter, not mercy. But here is the question that haunted him until his final breath. Was he responsible for the deaths that his machine caused? Or was he simply a doctor who wanted to end suffering caught in a revolution he could not control? Dr. Guillotin's family tried to change their name after his death. The French government refused. To this day, the guillotine, the machine, bears his name. And to this day, most people believe that Dr. Guillotine invented the device he is named after. He did not. And worse, he spent his entire life regretting it. Now let me ask you some questions to see if you were paying attention. Did you catch the answers? Number 1. No, similar devices existed before him. He championed it for humanitarian reasons. Number 2. To make executions instant and painless to end suffering. Number 3. A highwayman named Nicolas Jacques Pelletier on April 25, 1792. Number 4. The Sanson family. Charles Henry executed the king. His son Henry executed the queen. Dr. Guillotine is one of history's most tragic ironies. A man of compassion whose name became synonymous with death, a humanitarian who accidentally fueled a killing frenzy, a doctor who tried to heal and was remembered as an executioner. Here is the hidden darkness that no statue shows you. He died believing he had failed. He had not. History simply refused to remember him correctly. Now it is your turn. What story have you been eager to see on this channel? Tell me in the comments. The next video could be about the history you want uncovered. And while you are there, answer me this. Was Dr. Guillotine a hero who accidentally created a monster? Or was he naive to believe that mercy could ever be achieved through killing? I will read every answer. Subscribe to History's Hidden Darkness for more stories of the strange, dark, and untold.